Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Funtime Crafts 24/7. I have another Let's Make a Card Together video, and we're going to make this card right here. Super fun! It's a little shaker card. It utilizes the Stamps of Life Tropical to Stamp set, this one here. I didn't use the stamps, but I did use the Aloha in it, the little word, and I also used the matching dies. And what we're going to do today, that is the fun part of it, besides making the little shaker, is we're going to recreate this background piece here. Stamps of Life just came out with their new stencil paste. That's not what, this is not the Stamps of Life stencil paste, but it's similar. Basically modeling paste, stencil paste, caulk that you get from a hardware store or the dollar store for 99 cents. It's all basically the same thing. And so that's what we're going to use today. Is I have a modeling paste, which is the same. It's basically the same thing as stenciling paste. And so that's how we're going to make this. So that way, if you got the stenciling paste and you didn't know how to use it, you would have a good idea when you got it. And so we're going to recreate this. So let's get started. This is an A2 size card, powdered sugar card based. So I have that right here. You're also going to need the scalloped rectangles from the Stamps of Life as well, or whatever scallop rectangles you have in your stash. You're going to take the largest one and you're going to cut it out of Ocean for your first layer. Then you're going to take the second one and you're going to cut that one out of Lemonade, and that's what we're going to stencil on. You're also going to then take the fourth and fifth set and you're going to make a frame. So what you do is you line the two rectangles up on your piece of paper that you're cutting, on your powdered sugar that you're going to cut out, your cardstock. You line them up and run them through your die cut machine, and what you end up with is this. It cuts it out just like that. And so you need two of these. You also need a piece of acetate with just the largest one, like so. This here, you just need one piece, and this is what is going to make our little shaker window for our little fun shaker bits. But let's set those aside. Next, while you're die cutting, you might as well also go ahead and take the dies from the Tropical to Stamp set and cut out one large flower and two small, just the intricate dies out of Razzleberry, as well as Ocean. So you're going to have two small, one large of Ocean, two small, one large of Razzleberry. And you're going to swap out the centers of them. So that way your Ocean flowers end up with the raspberry center. Then what you need to do from this set is the large and the small leaves. You're going to cut out one large and two small leaves. And in mint chip. And then what we're going to do is now what we're going to do is we're going to start the stenciling panel, the stenciling of the panel, so that way that has time to dry. Oh, and while you're at it, you might as well get all your pieces ready. Stamp out the Aloha in Razzleberry here, and stamp it out in Razzleberry, and then just hand trim it out. That's all I did. I just hand cut it really close. And so that's the last element of that. You're going to also need some of these little gems here from the Stamps of Life. These were in my stash. I used the Ocean colored ones, but I don't have any more Ocean ones. Not enough. So I think we're going to end up using these like mint green ones to go on the next center of the flowers. I also used a Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, and then the winter white shaker bits to finish the card off there. Okay, so let's get started. You'll want a piece of scratch paper or copy paper. You'll want some purple tape and your hibiscus stencil. Let's see. It's this one right here, this hibiscus stencil from the Stamps of Life. You'll want either a, this is not a spatula technically, it is a, oh, what is that called? Palette knife. Oh my goodness, I had a brain fart there for a sec. Or a stencil palette. Or honestly, you could use an old gift card or an old credit card or something like that. You just need something to scrape the modeling paste or your stencil paste with through your stencil. So, but first what we're going to do is we are going to use I'm going to use a palette knife is actually how I'm going to apply it. And so basically what I'm going to do is, here, let me move this out of the way. And then let's kind of get a different camera angle so you guys can actually see. And I'm in frame. So we're just going to pop that on our scratch paper there, which I have copy paper. We're going to pop our stencil on there. We're going to apply tape to the top and the bottom. So that way the stencil doesn't shift. And then what you want to do is you want to take the ink from your Razzleberry stamp pad, your refill. Take your modeling paste, and this one has an inner lid to keep it sealed. And you're just going to want to take your, palette knife or your whatever tool you're using to scrape out some of the paste. You don't need a whole lot. It doesn't actually take that much. You'll want to work fairly quickly because this stuff dries pretty fast. Pretty much by the time we get finished putting all the rest of the elements together, it will be dry enough to put the card together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to drop a few drops of the ink into the modeling paste, and you're just going to stir it up, squish it around. Ooh, how pretty is that? Wow. That is gorgeous. So as it's getting mixed up in here, the color starts to get lighter because you're mixing it with white. So you might actually have to go back and add some more. And then you just keep adding it until it's as dark as you want it to be. And I'm actually working on a craft mat. That's what covers my desk. So that way I'm not actually getting the top of my table all nasty or anything. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more because I want it to be a bit darker. I want it to be more closer to the color of the Razzleberry, rather than just a pale pink. And yep, you just keep mixing, and if you want it darker, keep adding more. I think that is actually pretty good. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this. And then all you do is you just put it over the stencil, use the side of your palette knife or your credit card, and you just press it into the stencil. Now, if you've used your stencils like I have with my gel plate and you don't wash them off, you'll notice that the paint, as it gets wet, comes off. Don't worry, it gets covered up. It's not that big of a deal, but you'll want to be mindful of that when you do go to wash it off. And you'll want to wash this off right afterwards in basically room temperature or on the side of cold water, or dump it in a bucket really quick. And let it soak until you're finished. You don't want to, see, I had enough to probably do 2. But that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my stencil in between some paper towels. I don't recommend it sprayed with water, but honestly, you want it to be I'm gonna have to clean it a little bit more, but scrub it a little more with a toothbrush. But I didn't grab any water, so I didn't even think about that cleaning up aspect yet. Normally I just run into the kitchen and wash it off really quick, but let me spritz this. Let me peel this off. See, look how cool that is. Isn't that fun? Oh, phew, made it. Didn't get it in there. Okay, so now I want to I'm just going to lay this on a paper towel, and I'm going to spritz it, the heck out of it with water. On my other table, hold on one second. Okay, there we go. And then that should be just fine for when I go back. So now, I'm going to lift this up. Carefully set this aside to dry. But how fun is that? And look at all the dimension. Oh, I love modeling paste. I love stencil paste. It's so fun. Yeah, is that not the coolest thing ever? Oh my goodness, that is cool. It adds a subtle dimension and texture, and it's just super fun. A fun little easy. That is so easy, and it dries really quick. Okay, so now what we want to do is let's go ahead and assemble or take care of our flowers. And let's see, that one's already done. So now what we want to do is, okay, so what I do is when I'm going to use them whole like this and I'm not changing them, I like to take tape, and so the pieces don't come apart, I flip them over and I apply tape to the backs of them, so that way they don't come apart and I can color them and do all the things I'm going to do to those. I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to switch all the centers, because the ones that we're going to use on top, I want those to be purple. I want the ocean ones to have purple centers. Hey, what's going on? Why doesn't this fit? Pretty sure it came out of the same one. Well, I guess fiddle around to... Man, last time when I did this on the other one, they just went right together. Oh, there we go. So let's put a piece of tape in this one. Awesome. And I'm not going to put the one back in that one. I'm just going to switch the purple ones out. Let's see. There we go. I just need one more piece of tape. Oh, that one's a little bit big. So let's put that on there. There we go. There's two. And there is the third one. And I bet that little piece of tape will work. Yep. Awesome. And that'll just hold that in there just nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take, these are mint chip, so we're going to take some mint chip ink, and we're just going to ink up the edges of these to give them a little bit more interest, to make them fun. Yeah, see how pretty that's making them? Yeah, these are... This needed the ink. When I had them on originally, it was like, something's missing. And it needed a little bit more depth on all the flowers and the leaves and stuff. So inking up the edges ended up adding just a perfect touch. So be sure to get the little stem. And in the little tuck-in spots there, those little dip spots there. Oops. Yeah, see how cool that is? That's so pretty. And we're going to do the same on the flowers. We're going to use ocean on those since those are ocean flowers. So razzleberry will be on the bottom, will be our bottom layer, and the ocean will be the top layer. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, and now we're going to grab our ocean and these. And this is a really quick thing to do to add a fun little depth and a little bit more interest to your embellishments. And don't try to make it perfect or anything because it doesn't need to be. You're just wanting to put some color on there. See how pretty that is? They're just so much prettier with that. I mean, compared to those, remember, that's what they were. Like, how pretty is that, right? Yeah, so much prettier. And it goes pretty quick. Like, we're almost done. We just have one more. See how nice that is? Might be a little too fast because we're going to need that stenciled piece here pretty quick. I might have to pause this while it dries for a few minutes. I don't know, we'll check it here. See how fast is, huh? But if you were actually doing this and then, you know, you die cut that panel out and then die cut all these out after that, it would be dry because that's what I did. Okay, so, oh, sorry guys. But let's go ahead and glue our little flowers together. And so all I did with this part is I just staggered them like it was a shadow. So I'm just going to put glue on the back of the ocean flowers. And then just stagger them like they have a shadow on them, you know? And then press. Yeah, you don't have to form them or anything. You just let them be one-dimensional, and the shaker portion of it pops it up to give it enough dimension. They look really cool. And then, of course, you add all that sparkly shine from the Spectrum Noir pens, you know, and that just makes them even more pretty. Oh, nice. Isn't that great? And then the last one here. Gonna shift it. Whoops. So we get some shadow there, and how fun, right? There's our 3 little flowers. Now let's check Okay, let's go ahead and pop the ocean panel onto our powdered sugar card base. So this is a half sheet of white cardstock, powdered sugar cardstock. So you're 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Fold, burnish really good. Then take your ocean panel, throw some glue or adhesive on it, and center it up. There we go. Bada bang, bada boom. Okay, and this is not dry. It's not all the way dry, but I think it's dry enough that I can handle it and we can get it put together. I think. We'll find out. Or I'll scrap the video and start over. And we'll do what's called the magic of YouTube. Where you already have it prepped. So, put glue on the back. Center it up. Hope you don't have to shift it around a whole bunch. I think that looks pretty good right there. And then wherever there's no stenciling, poke it down. Ha! Okay, it's not going to fall off. We're good. All right, now let's get to work on our shaker portion. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and put glue. So here's our example. You're going to want to go ahead and put glue on the back of this. Oh no, this already has adhesive on it. So I cut all these frames out with adhesive on the backs. And then you're going to want to go ahead and pop it down. And the reason we're putting a frame down first is so that way I know where to line up. Oh, we'll be sure to put a flower over that one. I know where to put my frame for my, I know where to put the frame for the shaker bits. So we're just going to run we're going to use these Stampin' Up! Adhesive foam strips. Actually, let's try this one. Maybe this will actually just fit on there. Yeah, perfect. That fit awesome. So let's see. I'll get one more. So when you're crafting on the fly and you can't wait for stuff to dry, what do? You move forward. Anyways. Oops. Okay. All right, we got it. Hey, we're making it. I'm gonna see if I can snip this little piece off without making a humongous mess. Oh, we did it. Okay, that'll do. All right, let's pull the, no, let's get the shaker. Oh, well, the shaker bits, though. We'll see if they stick. All right, well, this will be a note to self. Make sure it's dry before you put these on. Or they might not shake. That's funny. Or they'll turn pink. That's your other option. They'll turn pink. Okay, let's see what happens, huh? How quickly can you actually do this? Makes me wish I would have done a Magic of YouTube panel. A pre-done one. I was like, oh, I'll just do it together with you. It'll be fine. Okay, so... Okay, so now we're going to put our little top on. Our little piece of acetate. And look how fun that looks. And now we're gonna put our little frame that goes on the top on. And this will be really fun. Right? Hey, that worked. I'm still not going to move it around too much because I'm worried about the pieces in there. So let's just go ahead and pop. Oh, let's see. Let's. Oh, and this was done with adhesive on the back as well. I forgot to tell you guys. Sorry. I did stamp this on a scrap that I got from those, which had adhesive on the back already. And I knew I was sticking it in the middle, and I was like, hey, why not? So let's just go ahead and kind of put that in the middle. There we go. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that lid is already off. Oh, whoops. Let's see if it still works. Oh, good, it still works. So let's grab... This has a little one. I'm not sure where these are all going to end up. So let's just go ahead and pop that together there. Ooh. Here, let's go ahead and cover up our little mistake with this one. Hey, that works, right? Let's just do that. Yeah, see, that works. Just popping a little glue on the edge there, on the frame, the edge of the frame there. Look, that works. And that was a little flower, a little leaf, and then one big leaf. And so, let's see. This one goes in the corner here with a big one. So we'll do that. That looks cute. Yeah, that looks super cute. Okay, so then let's kind of prop this up and get some glue under there. That'll dry clear, don't worry about that. Hey, that's cute! Okay, and then let's add one more. One more there. Hey, that looks good, huh? We could probably just do that. We'll just do that. We'll just add the one flower. And not the other leaf, since we added it at the top already. To cover up our my little mistake there. Whoops. I think that's cute. I think that looks really cute. Okay, that still looks cute. Okay, now let's go ahead and... Oh, where's my top? Oh, I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so I'll find that in a minute. Let's see. We were going to add... Oh, the shimmer pen. Get your Spectrum Mars shimmer pen out and... Let's put a little sparkle on these babies. So I did the leaves and the flowers. Because it's so pretty. Whoops. Oops. Oh, look how pretty that's looking. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Okay. I start to feel it getting dry. Okay, and then all right, and now we just need these little guys. So I think let's just use these green ones. These like little kind of aqua-y. Oh, that looks pretty. I think they play pretty good off of the ocean color to make them look a little bit more aqua. But hey, look at that. I think that came out. Whoop. Oh, that was the one that fell on there. Let's see. Okay, well, note to self, if you don't let the background dry, they stick to it. Okay, so you guys let it dry. I think it's so pretty though. I think it's a total fail, but if you want it to be a shaker card, not so much. Okay, but there it is there, and look how pretty that is, right? So the original one, okay, it shakes. If you want it to shake, you have to let it dry a little. But there we go. This is the one we made. And let me know what you guys think of the cards down in the comments below. And if you're going to try stencil paste, or if you already have, and what you think of it. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.